Hello, I'm Tim Krul. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello everybody, Lewis, Norwich City Central, and welcome to another match preview on the channel. 11 games to go, and the sun is shining, the doves are crying, and everything's really, really great with Norwich City. Players getting individual awards. It's just been absolutely brilliant, and Norwich City had so many games in quick succession. It's actually kind of nice to have a week break and to really kind of reflect on just how remarkably well this Norwich City team are doing. This is the best Norwich City team I think I've seen in my lifetime in terms of points, and I'm just absolutely loving watching it on the telly. And let's hope Norwich City continue playing this great football, fingers crossed, in the Premier League in front of fans at Carrow. That'd be the great thing. In this match preview, I'm going to be speaking about Sheffield Wednesday and then, of course, Norwich, and previewing where this game is going to be won and lost. Sunday, 12:30 kickoff or 12:15 kickoff. They always change the times for the last years or so in the Championship. It's been absolutely horrific. But yeah, Sunday early afternoon kickoff, and it'll be a really interesting one. Let's start with Sheffield Wednesday, and they're a really intriguing club, and there's so many clubs in the Championship who are quite big. Sheffield Wednesdays, your Birminghams, your Nottingham Forest, for instance, who are big clubs who have had money thrown at them and they just can't get into the Premier League. And although their owners are worth a lot more than our owners in terms of Delia, they just haven't got that success, haven't found that success. They came close to getting promoted in the Premier League a few years back with Carlos Carvajal, got to the playoff final and lost 1-0 to Hull. The following season, they then lost in the playoff semi-final, and then Carlos's time ended. And then Sheffield Wednesday have thrown a lot of money at trying to get back into the Premier League with their new owner, and they've really felt the ramifications this season. Obviously, they got the -12 point deduction, which ended up being the -6 point deduction, and they've had 3 or 4 different managers this season, and it's been absolutely horrific. And Sheffield Wednesday are a club kind of in a crisis in many ways in terms of, and they are like so many Championship clubs who really try and get promoted to the Premier League, spend a lot of money, but just don't have the right owners and the right sense of it's they're not sensible enough at the top to get promoted, and that's why I'm so fortunate we've got people like Stuart Webber. But yeah, Sheffield Wednesday really struggled this season, sit 23rd in the Championship table. Got some very talented players, Barry Bannons, but he's playing out of position. Of course, Jordan Rhodes. But yeah, Sheffield Wednesday are a team who, in terms of many of the players, have given up, and they could be destined for League One football, which is a shame because Hillsborough is a cracking ground, and they do deserve an opportunity in the Premier League, but just clearly haven't got the right people at the top and haven't found a consistency in terms of their manager. But in terms of Norwich City manager, smooth segue. Daniel Farke has been doing absolutely brilliant, and I'm so pleased with just how well he's doing. We're playing some great football, and we're really disciplined defensively as well. Don't concede many goals. I think Tim Krul's had 25. I think Tim Krul's played 25 games in the Championship, and he's kept 15 clean sheets. That is a remarkable ratio, and I'm sure Grant Hanley and Ben Gibson have got great ratios as well. It's just been an absolute joy to watch Norwich. We look so good defensively. I mean, in our last game, a 3-0 win at Luton, very solid at the back. Before that, 1-0 against Brentford, very solid at the back. And then Wickham, a 2-0 win. Defensively, we've been absolutely superb. But going forward, although we haven't had too many different goal scorers per se, Emi Buendia and particularly Teemu Pukki have been delivering the odds. And just reflecting back on how well they've done, it's absolutely remarkable. Firstly, how we've kept Emi Buendia. I say it in every kind of video, just how lucky we are to have a player of Emi Buendia's class. He's got to be one of the best players in the Championship, and if not the best player in the Championship. He's creating so many opportunities, and yeah, he's a joy. And yeah, Norwich City are very fortunate to have the best player in the Championship in Emi Buendia. And then you've got Teemu Pukki, 9 goals in 7 games. He's the most informed player in the Championship. He won Player of the Month award in the whole of the Championship. And he's been in remarkable form. And all of a sudden, people were saying Teemu Pukki's having an average to a poor season. He's now the Championship's second top goal scorer, and he's going to be eyeing up Ivan Toney. And 9 goals in 11 games, and he'll break his record from last season, where he was the Championship player of the season. That's how remarkable Teemu Pukki's doing in terms of his run, because if you extrapolate the numbers, he could easily score 9 goals in 7 games again. And then Daniel Farke as well, he's doing a brilliant job, and there's a really interesting press conference Daniel Farke did. A couple of things to take from it. Ben Gibson could be a doubt for the Sheffield Wednesday game, which will be disappointing, but we have to wait and see. But a really interesting comment from Daniel Farke saying he's must have been nominated for Manager of the Month on so many occasions and not won it. And I think he's only won manager of the month or once in the Championship, which is absolutely ridiculous. We won the league last season. We've been the best. Won the league 2 seasons ago in the Championship. We've been the best team this season, and he's only won manager of the month once. That's absolutely ridiculous. And even when we won the Championship, Chris Wilder, who finished second, won the manager of the month, which is absolutely ludicrous. It shows maybe a slight bias in terms of the panel. And look, when Marcelo Bielsa won the Championship with Leeds with less points than Daniel Farke did, he got a manager of the world nomination, wasn't it, with FIFA? So it shows biases, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about these individual awards. It matters about the team, and Norwich look brilliant defensively and going forward are absolutely superb, with Emi Buendia pulling all the strings, and Cantwell, Mario Rancic contributing with assists and goals here and there. It's brilliant. In terms of the predicted XI, Tim Krul in goal, as I said, 25 games, 15 clean sheets is just a remarkable run. That back four, of course, stays the same if Ben Gibson is fit for the game. And Dimitri Giannoulis has come in. I think he's played 8 games for Norwich and conceded 2 goals, which yet again shows just how good we are doing defensively. He's settled in so well. That partnership of Grant Hanley and Ben Gibson is, I'm going to go out there and say, the best partnership I've seen in my Norwich City, supporting Norwich City. They're great on the ball. They like to build from the back. Ben Gibson's particularly good at, building from the back and playing progressive passes. And yeah, they've been fantastic. And Max Aarons has been so consistent. And he might not even get into like the top 3 best player nominees, but he's been so consistent, so reliable, and he's a top player and someone who we're very fortunate to have at Norwich. And the central defence and midfield partnership, Kenny Mclean and Oliver Skipp. I could just go on and marvel at just how good all these players have been. Oliver Skipp, one of the best players yet again in the Championship, particularly in the role he does. And he could even win the Player of the Season for Norwich. That's how good he's been. And I'm really hoping Mourinho allows Oliver Skipp to come back at Norwich, because Oliver Skipp is someone who could be a future England captain, or maybe not an England captain, but potentially a future Spurs captain. That's what Mourinho has said. And Kenny Mclean is playing some of his best football in the Norwich shirt. In terms of somewhere maybe there's a weak link in the side, you'd maybe say the number 10 role. Marcus Cheaperman's just coming back from injury. Kieran Dowell's had a long-term injury this season, and we've played Mario Rancic there, who's done well, but he's not a number 10, he's a number 8. And we've also played Lucas Rupp there on an occasion. We haven't really found that settled number 10 player. And Cantwell kind of plays on the left, so it means Cantwell doesn't get the opportunity in the middle, and we don't play Borjeta and Hernandez from the start when Cantwell's there. So for me, I would give Kieran Dowell an opportunity for this game. I think he's a player who's got so much potential, and of course you don't want to, we're trying to win the league, we're trying to get promoted, you don't want to make too many changes, but coming up against this Sheffield Wednesday team, it seems a good opportunity to see what Dowell can do there. Cantwell on the left, I'm not opposed to playing Cantwell through the middle and starting with Hernandez or Borjeta, but I feel like Farke has pretty much said Cantwell's, a left winger. And then on the right, Emi Buendia, I've spoken just how good he's been and what brilliant form he's in. He's contributing with goals and assists. And Teemu Pukki up front, 9 goals in 7 games, and God, are we all having a Pukki party at the moment. So that's my team. I like the team, and I think Norwich City, fingers crossed, are going to get another win in this Sunday lunchtime game. Sheffield Wednesday have got their new manager in Daniel Moore, but in the last game they lost 3-0 to Reading, and they were really poor, and a lot of their players do seem to have given up. And finally, before I end the video, Sheffield Wednesday have sacked Chris Wilder, which is a bonkers decision. Football is not played from, football's eternal. Football's season after season, and sacking Chris Wilder could be a really bad decision. And keeping Daniel Farke, it just shows just how good Norwich City, just how good of a decision that was for Norwich, because we were, after the lockdown, we were losing every single game. We were in really poor form. And there are question marks of Daniel Farke, and look, but even so, after all of that, I never really wanted Daniel Farke sacked. Of course, there was a lot of things that Norwich City could have done to improve, but I didn't really want him sacked. A lot of fans didn't want him sacked, and now we're reaping the rewards of that. And Sheffield United, could be struggling. In terms of the score prediction, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Norwich City 2, and I'm gonna predict that Teemu Pukki continues scoring, Pukki and Cantwell to get the goals. Thank you for watching this match preview and predicted XI. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.